Sahih Al-Bukhari 3044, narrated Anas bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah's Messenger sallallaho alaihi entered Makkah in the year of the conquest of Makkah, wearing a helmet over his head. After he took it off, a man came and said, Ibn Qatal is clinging to the curtain of the Kaaba. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi said, kill him. Sahih Al-Bukhari 3045, narrated Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent a Syria of 10 men as spies under the leadership of Asim bin Sabit al-Ansari radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the grandfather of Asim bin Umar al-Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. They proceeded till they reached Hada, place between Usfan and Makkah, and their news reached a branch of the tribe of Huzal called Bani Lihyan. About 200 men, who were all archers, hurried to follow their track till they found the place where they had eaten dates they had bought with them from Medina. They said, these are the data of Yasrib, i.e. Medina. They continued following their tracks. When Asim radiallahu ta'ala anhu and his companions saw their pressure, they went up a high place, and the infidels circled them. The infidels said to them, come down and surrender, and we promise and granted you that will not kill any one of you. Asim bin Sabit radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the leader of the Syria, said, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will not come down to be under the protection of infidels. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, convey our news to your prophet that the infidels threw arrows at them. They mattered. Asim along with 6 other men, and 3 men came down accepting their promise and convention, and they were Khubbab al-Ansari and Ibn Dasina and another man. So when the infidels captured them, they undid the sting of their bows and tied them. Then the third of the captives said, this is the first battle by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will not go with you. No doubt these, namely the mattered, have set a good example to us. So they dragged him and tried to compel him to accompany them, but as he refused, they killed him. They took Khubbab and Ibn Dasina with them and sold them as slaves in Makkah. And all that took place after the battle of Badr. Khubbab was bought by the sons of Al-Haris bin Amr bin Al-Nawfal bin Abdul Manaf radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. It was Khubbab who had killed Al-Haris bin Amr on the day of the Battle of Badr. So Khubbab remained a prisoner with those people. Narrated Az-Zuhri, Ubaidullah bin Iyad said that the daughter of Al-Haris had told him, when those people gathered to kill Khubbab, he borrowed his razor from me to shave his pubs, and I gave it to him. Then he took a son of mine while I was unaware. When he came upon him, I saw him placing my son on his thigh, and the razor was in his hand. I got scared so much that Khubbab noticed the agitation on my face and said, are you afraid that I will kill him? No, I will never do so. By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I never saw a prisoner better than Khubbab. By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one, I saw him eating off a bench of grapes in his hand while he was changed in iron, and there was no fruit. At that time in Makkah, the daughter of Al-Haris used to say, it was a boon Allah bestowed upon Khubbab when they took him out of the sanctuary of Makkah to kill him outside its boundaries. Khubbab requested them to let him offer 2 rakat prayer. They allowed him, and he offered 2 rakat and then said, had not I been afraid that you would think that I was afraid of being killed, I would have prolonged the prayer, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, kill them all with no exception. He then recited the poetic verse, I being martyred as a Muslim, do not mind how I am killed in Allah's cause, for my killing is so for Allah's sake, and if Allah wishes, He will bless the amputated parts of a torn body. Then the son of Al-Haris killed him. So it was Hubab who set the tradition for any Muslim sentenced to death in captivity to offer a 2 rakat prayer before being killed. Allah fulfilled the invocation of Asim bin Sabat on that very day on which he was martyred. The Prophet sallallaho, alaihi wasallam informed his companions of their news and what had happened to them. Later on, when some infidels from Quraysh were informed that Asim had been killed, they sent some people to fetch a part of his body, i.e. his head, by which he would be recognized. That was because Asim had killed one of their chief on the day of the Battle of Badr. So a swarm of wasps resembling a shady cloud were sent to hover Asim radiallahu ta'ala anhu and protect him from their messenger, and thus they could not cut off anything from his flesh. Like and subscribe my channel for more hadith videos. Allah bless you. Allah Hafiz.